I'm not gonna lie, this is a little embarrassing to admit, but I am so bad at motivating myself to like edit, and I don't know why. I literally have to film myself as motivation. So this is editing Jamie you're watching right now, trying to get the motivation she needs to go edit the video you're about to watch. My dog, or sorry, I should say my puppy, is taking a nap right now, so I don't know how much time I have, but this is my little window of time that I can fit in editing. So I'm going to try to get it done now. I'm going to wash my face. Can you even see this? Okay, well, whatever. It's a salicylic acid cleanser. Does anyone else feel like having a really hard time doing like a morning routine if they don't have anywhere to go? For years now, I'm very inconsistent with getting dressed and ready, even if I have nowhere to go. So if I am going to do this YouTube thing, I'm going to have to not do that anymore. And weirdly, like, filming right now is helping me a lot. That's keeping me accountable. So I'm sorry if you have no interest in whatever I'm doing. But this is helping me do the things that I really should be doing. Let's go edit. Okay, I've arrived at my desk, which you can't really see the computer, but it is officially editing time, so let's do it. So for a long time now, probably at least 6 months, I have been thinking and plotting and analyzing and imagining, rehearsing in my head all the ways that I can start creating again and start posting online. And I feel like I've tried to like dip my toes back into it, but if I'm being honest, there's just been so many changes in the past few months. Basically, like, so many things in my life look completely different than they have even at the beginning of the year. Like, just to go over it quickly, I've moved, so I'm in a new place. I live with my boyfriend now. We also have a cat and a puppy. Our puppy is new to the family, so adjusting to puppyhood has been a huge adjustment, but you know, it's getting easier and easier every day. But yeah, it definitely feels like parenting, and it's a lot more than having a cat, which obviously we knew getting a puppy. Like I had dogs growing up. Like, I know dogs are a lot of work, but specifically the parenting phase, yeah, that has been a lot. But anyway, I don't want to get into too much about puppy stuff. I think I want to make a separate video about all the things involving puppyhood that I wish I knew beforehand. But what I want to touch on right now is just all the life changes I've had recently and how I'm feeling about it and what I want to start doing moving forward. So I also turned 30 this year. And yeah, being 30, like, honestly feels great. Like, in a lot of ways, I do feel like I'm thriving. Like, a lot of the changes that I mentioned that have happened have been everything I've wanted for the past like 3 to 4 years. So that the fact that it's finally happening is really beautiful. And even though some things have been challenging and hard, like, it's still everything I ever wanted. So like, I do feel like I'm really thriving in that way. But a part of me does feel like I have been in survival mode ever since our beautiful, lovely puppy came home and getting moved into this place. And, you know, just figuring out this new chapter. A part of me wanted to come on here and just wait until everything fell into place and everything was perfectly set up and my dog was perfectly trained and I cleared up all my acne and I reached my weight loss goal. I'm also going through a weight loss journey. I'm on a GLP-1. I have PCOS. I have hormone issues. I have acne, so I feel like I keep telling myself I want to wait until I'm almost there, but I'm not there yet. Like this perfect version of myself. And I think, I don't know, I've literally just been watching YouTube all morning. Today's like a day off, and it's been like a stressful couple days. So I just wanted to take the day to just like totally chill. And after even just watching YouTube, like I get inspired from other YouTubers, and just, I don't know what it is, but there's just something that keeps me coming back to YouTube. And I love watching YouTube, and I often feel like I should be participating in YouTube as well. But I'm always left with the question of, what is it that you so deeply want to share with people on this website? And I don't know the answer to that yet. So I still feel like I'm searching for a lot of answers, trying to still follow my passions and my curiosities, but not knowing exactly what the end goal is yet. Yeah, so as much as excited as I am that certain things have fallen into place, which, don't get me wrong, I'm not at all suggesting that I'm not happy with those things. I'm very happy with my life right now. But I'm still feeling like there's other things that I need to work on and discover. And my creativity is definitely one of those things. Because my focus has been so much on just life stuff at the moment, and all the new environment I'm in, the new family member we have chewing your bone right here, and just being 30 and just, seeing my friends and family like growing older. And yeah, there's just been like a lot on my mind about where we're at in time right now, what I can be doing with this time and this specific time in my life. And yeah, I feel like I have so much to say, but I don't know how to like narrow it down. So one thing that comes to mind a lot is, this fear of being perceived. I kind of touched on it a second ago about how I just want to be like the best version of myself, and then I'll come on YouTube and start sharing my life. And I think many of us have felt that way, like especially if you're like, I don't know, if you're in like your late 20s, early 30s, and you like grew up with, or not even just early 30s, just 30s in general. If you like grew up with YouTube, and you grew up with like the 2013 to 2016 beauty guru style videos, and everything was like very polished and high production. And, I just would always look at those beauty guru videos and just think like, wow, like I want to make videos like that someday. But I want to wait until I have this like aesthetic background, and I want to wait till I look the way I want to look. I don't want my acne to be showing. I don't want like, certain body parts that I feel insecure about to be showing. I don't want my messy room to be showing. Like I've just felt like I've always had to like put on this mask, essentially, like if I were to put myself out there on YouTube. And I think now in 2026, like we've seen it all really at this point. We've seen the perfect, like super high production value videos. We've seen now it's just becoming AI, and I don't think I'm alone in this feeling, where I do feel like people just kind of want to see real people again, just like being real people and like that authenticity. And yeah, like I find myself watching that. I'm not saying everyone. I'm saying it's very much just like a niche of people who just have always found YouTube to be their favorite platform on social media. And that sense of you can just like really relate to people because it's long form. You feel like you can really get to know what someone's really saying and who they are in a way, at least the way they present themselves online. So yeah, that's partly why I've always felt like YouTube is my favorite platform. And if I were to want to post on a platform, I've always wanted it to be YouTube. And so that's why I feel weird, because this video isn't really like, hey, this is my first video, because I have posted other videos on this channel. And at one point in my life, like traveling and posting travel vlogs was like what I wanted to be sharing. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And honestly, like even right before filming this video, I watched one of my old videos. It's actually my, it's currently my most viewed video on my channel. It's being an exchange student in France that I posted, I think in 2013 or 14. It's been at least maybe a few years after that, but it's been at least 10 years since I put that on my channel. And I am so glad I documented that time in my life. You know, like it's been 10 years and I still watch that video again. And I'm reminded of what I was like as an exchange student in France. I think I was freshly 17 years old when I did that trip. And that trip actually led to a lot of other things in my life, which I won't get into. But that trip really was the start of a lot of great things in my life. So I'm really glad I got to document that experience. And that's the cool thing about YouTube. Like it's not even really just about like popping off and going viral and getting like a huge following to me. Like, if I'm being honest, I don't know if like being viral has like a part of me is like, yeah, that'd be cool. But another part of me is like, wait, that's like a lot of attention. And I don't know if I really want that much attention, you know? And I think that's why I've really tried to answer all these questions before even like coming on YouTube. But I'm at a point where I'm like, I just don't want to wait anymore, you know? Like, I'm 30 years old. I've waited long enough. This video that I'm filming right now does not need to be perfect. This is a start, and I'm hoping to get more in the habit of just filming when I can, editing when I can, ideally posting consistently, because I don't want to just post once every 6 months. Like, ideally, I'd want to post more often than that. But I think I just have to start somewhere. And that's with this video. Just being me. I tend to yap a lot, so I don't really know how much more I should yap. But yeah, I guess a lot of the things I've said just now, I don't know if they're like complete thoughts. They've just been like, like, which, I don't know, maybe I've got some undiagnosed ADHD or something. I've definitely succumbed to brain rot. I've actually deleted every other social media app off my phone. The only one I still have is YouTube. And for me, it's just the scrolling. I just knew that I'm like fully addicted to scrolling on my phone. And it's like to the point where it's become like self-sabotaging behavior. And I'm telling myself, you know what, Jamie, instead of doom scrolling, maybe just like film that video. Just film a video that you've been putting off for a long time and just see what happens, see how it feels, and go from there. And I know I've spent a lot of time on YouTube, honestly. I spend so much of my time on YouTube, which I'd rather be on YouTube than, that's how I want to spend my free time and not just doom scrolling, you know? Because a lot of the videos, like, yeah, you can spend the same amount of time watching YouTube as you can doom scrolling. But at least on YouTube, you like remember what you've watched. Doom scrolling, I can't even tell you what I watched the other day. Like it's just, I don't remember pretty much anything. But a YouTube video can really inspire you and really get you thinking. And yeah, I really like that about YouTube. It's like I get inspired by other creators, and I know a lot of people don't probably want to watch a girl sitting on her couch in her living room just yapping about nonsense, but it turns out some people do. So
we'll see how that goes. Ideally, I want to post more, I don't know, something more with like a message, perhaps a story, something captivating, something meaningful. But to make things like that, you do have to sit down and like write out your plan, write out your vision, and execute it. And all that involves time. And time is a luxury, you know? And the thing is, I do have the time. It's just funny because prior to moving into this new place, I lived alone for 4 years. And I didn't have, like, I didn't even have pets for most of that. I had full control of my own time. And I still wasn't posting on YouTube because I think actually, that's a lie. I did go through a phase where I was posting vlogs, but I made them private so that only my close family and friends could see them, which I'm glad I did that because I did post a lot of personal things in those vlogs that probably shouldn't be like fully public, but that was my way of getting that creativity going without, sharing too much. But yeah, I think I just want to like actually just commit to it and just post publicly. And if you've somehow stumbled across this video and anything I've said has felt relatable or interesting, that's great. Thank you for being here, because one of my biggest fears is making something that just makes people feel like they've wasted their time. I know I hate my time being wasted or watching something that was just dumb and just thinking like, wow, that's like 15 minutes of my life I'll never get back. And, I don't want people to feel that way when they watch my videos. But you know what? I kind of just wanted to feel like we're hanging out because I feel like I say that a lot. If I'm being honest, I say that a lot, actually. Take an espresso shot every time I say, if I'm being honest, which I do have a latte right here, so. I am in my introverted, love being at home dog mom era right now. Which, a few years ago, that was not me at all. A few years ago, it was, I want to travel everywhere. I want to go as far as possible. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to see the ocean. I want to see a sea turtle. I want to go to Japan. I want to see an elephant. I want to see the Taj Mahal. Which, fun fact, I did get to go see the Taj Mahal. And that was indeed a once in a lifetime experience that was amazing. And I just feel like, in my 20s, like I'm really glad I gave myself the freedom to just be like, just take the time to travel. Because that these, especially with COVID and everything that happened when I was like 24, 25 at the time, travel was taken away. And then once things opened back up, we could travel again. And I'm really glad that I was able to travel in my 20s. But now I think it is a nice time to explore the YouTube era because I just like to be home now. But a part of me is struggling with that because I'm like, well, what about me is interesting? Like, I think this whole YouTube experiment for me is like, take away the travel. What is it about me that's actually interesting or that anyone would even want to listen to? Like, it's making me ask those questions to myself of like, what makes me me? What would make someone want to watch my videos? Because I've always kind of been annoyed with myself because I've always thought like, oh, I wish I could just be like extroverted and have super high energy, like, a lot of YouTubers have to like get people's attention. And that's just not me. Like, even if I try, like, I don't think I could do that. I'm always very like, I just like to be soft-spoken, nice, friendly, try to have stupid little jokes here and there. I'm just pretty chill, okay? I am not like trying to seek any drama or problems. Like, I hate confrontation so much. And I'm just trying to be a girl on YouTube that just likes to yap and drink coffee and pet her dog and see if anyone else feels the same. And also likes to, create. Because posting videos makes me feel like I'm being creative. And I think that's an important thing because look at me yapping. Oh my God, it's been like over 20 minutes now. Because I did go to film school and I love my time in film school. I'll probably make a separate video about that whole experience and, the good, the bad, and everything in between. But because I just know a lot of people ask questions about like film school. But I think because of that experience. Whoa. Hi, doggy. Doggy, are you coming here? Hi, doggy. Can you even see her? I think you can. Hi. She's so cute. Her name's Aurora. And she's the best. I mean, I have to say that because I'm her mom. But like, she's widowy, so cute. She actually probably really needs to go outside to pee now. So I'm going to wrap this up. But what I was going to say was because of film school, I feel like I have learned that when you're perceived, like that is how people are going to remember you. They're going to be like, oh yeah, you're the one who made that sci-fi movie, or you're the one who made that rom-com movie, or you're the one who won that award, or you're the one that made that really bad movie. Like, I feel like whatever you put out there, like, it's just true. Like, that's how people know you. And I think I'm really scared. Like, I think I've always been like, maybe I'd rather not be known at all than be known for something I don't want to be known for. But it's just kind of weird because, like, I don't even know what I want to be known for. Like, I think, and that's why over the years I've been like, do I want to post on YouTube and be known as a YouTuber? Do I want to make films and be a filmmaker? And I think I'm still somewhere in between, where I just want to make videos, but I don't know exactly what yet. Because that's also been every single, like, prior up until recently, every single advice video about being a YouTuber was like, pick a niche and stick to that niche and only post about that and post 3 to 5 times a week and make your videos this long and, get people's attention at this time and, And I was never, spoiler alert, I was never able to find a niche. I was always like, I don't know. I'm not that good at makeup to teach makeup. I'm not that good at fashion to post anything about fashion. Hair, I like to do my hair, but I can't do anything crazy that you haven't already seen. And this isn't me being like self-deprecating. It's just like the truth. Like, I don't know. But I like being a part of the girly community on YouTube, where we just let ourselves be girls, let ourselves yap, let ourselves show our favorite products or books. I just like that, being a part of like a girly community where we can just share what we feel is meaningful and pretty much that, honestly. Like, look at my dog right now. Can you see her? I hope so. Wanna go pee-pees? Wanna go outside? She's still learning lots of things. Okay, thanks for letting me yap. I'm gonna work on my whole camera setup thing. This has been fun. I'm gonna go walk my dog now. Bye.